I think that fight gonna be 50-50. It's a 50-50 fight. And I feel like it's gonna come down to whoever in the best shape on fight night. Whoever got put in the most hard work, the most meanest, whoever locked in, and whoever want to take them belts and be undisputed the most. I feel like that's
fucking easy work, Terence Crawford. Stoppage, knockout, brutal ass knockout. Shit. Top 10 ESPN. Shit. Highlight reel. Shit. That thing will be everywhere, man. Be memes everywhere around the damn world. Yeah, but shit, Boots ain't got shit that Crawford needs. Nothing at all. No. Well, Boots.
One thing about our team, man, we love challenges. And if we put our mind to it and we set to it and that's what we want to do, we're going to go out and get the win, take on the challenge. And with Bud, just look at his record. Just look at his, what he's accomplished in the sport. And those last couple fights has always been challenges and being undisputed challenges. I'm supposed to say that because he's one of the guys at the top, but he can't touch Bud. I'm sorry. I like him as a fighter. I like him as a person. Him, his whole team over there, but I'm just being real with him. His best thing is let the man stay in retirement and ride off in the sunset. And you try to accomplish more than what he accomplished.
I feel like he's a hater. I think he's a hater. I feel like, Boots, a whole motion is built off of Terence Crawford. He should thank me, to be honest. Because if there was no Terence Crawford at this pinnacle, who would they be talking about? Who would they be comparing?
Knock the dog shit out of Boots Ennis. I'm telling y'all right now, and I like Boots. Boots is the next one up. He the next one up. But if they get into the ring, I just gotta call it like I see it. Like Crawford gonna beat the damn Philly cheesesteaks out of damn Boots Ennis. Shit. He gonna beat the Philly cheesesteaks out of Boots Ennis' ass. Yeah, he sure is.
The boxing world is buzzing about one massive, still unconfirmed matchup. Undefeated rising star Jaron "Boots" Ennis facing the legendary Terence "Bud" Crawford. Fans have been demanding this fight, but beneath all the excitement comes a serious question. Is the young knockout artist stepping into a dangerous career-defining trap by taking on Crawford too soon?
my slogan and all that rivalry.
Crawford is a good fighter, though. We gonna be like.
No, I want him to fight the best. He's an elite fighter.
Yeah, one thing about that, it's gonna be a little technical from the beginning. But Crawford better not start off slow. He got to go.
Boots may look unstoppable against most of his competition, but facing a master strategist like Terence Crawford would be a completely different challenge. This matchup would go beyond speed and power. It would come down to elite ring IQ, timing, adjustments, and the ability to stay composed under pressure when the stakes are at their highest.
Right now, at this point in my career,
yeah,
he ain't really fought nobody that he can say that he's worthy enough to, step in the ring with me. Like, not saying that his skill's not worthy enough.
Yeah.
Not saying he's not talented enough, but right now, that's not a mega fight for me.
Yeah, you got to think from a business perspective. A lot of people faulted Mayweather for how he selected the fights he made, but it was always a business with him, right? You can't be fighting you gotta earn your right to the belts.
Man, I had to pick my stuff out the dirt. I wasn't handed nothing. I had to fight tooth and nails to get to where I'm at. I didn't have no backing.
Former world champion Tim Bradley has pushed back against the idea that a Crawford versus Boots matchup would simply be a passing of the torch. Bradley believes Crawford could seriously expose Ennis and potentially stop him. In Bradley's view, Boots can sometimes become too aggressive, rush his attacks, and leave defensive openings. Against a precise counterpuncher like Crawford, even small mistakes could become costly. Bradley believes Crawford's timing, experience, and ability to capitalize on openings could turn what many expect to be a competitive fight into a one-sided performance.
Weight classes, 1, 2. 2 weight classes, 1, 1, 2. Yeah, 2 weight classes, all the way up to 168, and he beat who? Canelo Alvarez, right? Who was an undisputed champion? Yep. Who was an undisputed champion? At that time, however, I'm just saying. You know what I mean? Like that ain't good enough for y'all. Oh, there's always excuses. So what is Crawford gonna gain by fighting Boots Ennis? I mean, yeah, we like to entertain the fight because, skill for skill, they, southpaw, orthodox, they switch and all of this shit. Yeah. Boots is young too, right? But what does Boots have that Crawford ain't got? Crawford got everything Boots and more. You know what I mean? Like, it's nothing enticing for a Boots fight for Terence Crawford. What else y'all get? Y'all don't understand that shit? Y'all don't get that? Man, Terence is retired, man. Just because you see Terence inside the gym working, trying to just stay in shape. Now he coming back to face Boots because Boots is running his mouth. Look, Crawford ain't never been one to move because you running your mouth. Crawford like, man, come on, bro. Get your weight up. If you get your weight up, maybe I might. But you know what, dude? Boots got a lot to growing to do.
Physical strength means very little if a fighter gets mentally broken under pressure. Roy Jones Jr. has highlighted an important concern about this potential matchup. Ennis has looked dominant while moving through his division, but he has not yet faced the kind of elite, high-pressure challenges that define a superstar's career. Crawford, meanwhile, has spent years navigating dangerous opponents, making adjustments, and performing in difficult situations that Boots has yet to experience.
When you look at those two fights, who would you lean towards in those fights? The Jaron Ennis and Terence, and the Terence and Canelo?
Well, with Terence and Jaron is a hell of a fighter. Don't make no question about it. That's almost a you pick 'em, but because Terence has been pound best for so long, my pick gonna probably be Terence early because of that reason. Because he deserves to still be there until somebody beat him. I can't go against it. You understand me? But Jaron is a guy that definitely has the fireworks and the power and the skill to definitely make something happen if anybody could do it right now.
Wow.
With Canelo, I like Terence again, but I'm going to lean toward Canelo with his size early. But if he let Terence get into the fight, Terence definitely going to be a problem. And if Terence can deal with the size, Terence will beat him.
How do you think Terence matches up with Canelo's power?
That's what I'm saying. I don't know that. We won't know that until you get hit. You understand me? Because we haven't seen him get hit by that power yet, so we don't know how that'll be until we see Terence get hit. That's the deciding factor. Just like this weekend, the deciding factor is can this guy hurt Bud? Because if this guy can hurt Bud, he changes Bud's fight plan. Now you can change Bud's fight plan. Now you got a chance to beat him. But if you can't hurt him and you can't change his fight plan, you got a problem because he's coming.
Hall of Fame promoter Bob Arum has highlighted one of Crawford's biggest tactical advantages. From the opening rounds, Bud can switch between orthodox and southpaw, forcing opponents to constantly adjust their game plan. That versatility can create serious confusion and make it difficult for aggressive fighters to find a consistent rhythm. By the time they figure out the puzzle, Crawford may already have created the openings needed to take control of the fight.
Now, Terence's big strength is that he fights equally well from either side. So instead of opening up as a right-hander, which he usually does, and then switching to southpaw, he only fought Spence as a southpaw, and Spence couldn't handle it, particularly when Crawford, who's ambidextrous, and now his right hand is his jab, is throwing it with force and hurting Spence. So once I saw Terence come out as a southpaw, in my mind, I thought, hey, the fight's over.
Were you surprised, though, by how dominant he was?
No, because Spence can't fight a lefty, and nobody even mentioned that. He can't fight a southpaw. If Crawford had fought him 5 or 6 rounds as an orthodox fighter, it would have been a different fight.
You know, given just the performance that he had and now the attention that he's getting and the recognition, how do you feel? What emotions come to mind seeing that, hey, he's finally getting his just due when so many years a lot of people try to dismiss him?
Well, I don't know if anybody dismissed him because of his ability. They dismissed him because of his drawing power or what have you. Terence I consider Terence a great fighter before the Spence fight, and I consider him a great fighter after the fight. And his dominance didn't surprise me. He is the full boat. Now, what will eventually catch up with him catches up with all of them, and that.
Not everyone believes Crawford would walk away from this matchup comfortably. Former champion Paulie Malignaggi has warned that age can become a major factor in combat sports, especially against a young, explosive fighter like Ennis. He believes the timing of such a fight could be dangerous for Crawford at this stage of his career. Eddie Hearn has also acknowledged that Crawford is an unpredictable threat, particularly across the 154 to 168 pound range, but he gives Ennis a real chance because of his youth, speed, and explosive power. Hearn sees Crawford as the one opponent he cannot confidently say Boots would defeat.
People that would buy into it, but let's be honest, he just beat Canelo, who also at this point wasn't that good either. So, it's not like he's been fighting at this level, Crawford hasn't had a fight at this level since maybe the Makhmudov fight, and Ennis, not Makhmudov, what's his name? I confuse these freaking names. These too many offs. Magomedov, right? No, it's not even Magomedov. But the WBA, when he won the WBA junior middleweight title, I forget what's the pronunciation of the guy's name, but either way, he hasn't had a fight at this level since that fight.
All of these predictions depend on one major question. Is Terence Crawford actually finished with boxing? His longtime trainer, Bomac, has strongly maintained that Bud is retired for good, arguing that Crawford has nothing left to prove. According to Bomac, the former champion is simply enjoying life after boxing while staying active in the gym and helping guide the next generation of fighters.
Madrimov, yes. Madrimov,
did you call that fight?
No, I didn't call that fight.
Which one did you call, like in 2022 or 2021?
Oh, that was Avanesian. That was the Avanesian fight. But I'll say, I think he hasn't fought a fighter.
Was his second to last fight, but that was 2024. So it's been.
That's what I'm saying. He hasn't had a fight at this level since that fight.
I mean, that's only
the Canelo fight was a high level only in name.
And then Spence.
The Canelo fight. Yeah, Spence, Madrimov, Spence. Yeah, those. So I don't know. I think Ennis is probably higher level than the Spence that he fought, and the Madrimov that he fought, and the Canelo that he fought. So there might be a little bit too much biting off more than you can chew at the age Crawford is at. But I don't see Crawford coming back to fight Jaron Ennis. I'll be honest with you. I think that Jaron Ennis, the conversation has to be.
But some of boxing's sharpest voices aren't convinced that Crawford is truly finished. Analysts point to his intense competitive mindset, comparing his drive to legendary competitors like Michael Jordan and Kobe Bryant. Fighters with that level of ambition rarely walk away while they still feel capable of competing at the highest level. Boxing insider Greg Hackett has offered an even simpler theory. Crawford could eventually return simply because he misses the competition and gets bored with retirement.
So he know we was in camp, so he just wanted to come out and get some work in, just see where he at and have some fun with Lester. He brought Lester underneath his wing on his undercard, and then Lester just sprouted, just jumped to the top of the charts after that. So Terence is always a big supporter of Lester. And just come out, just have fun with him, and just show him a few things, and just work out with him for a couple of days.
And set the record straight, because I know you probably seen it on social media. People saying, "This is Bud Crawford saying, okay, let me see where I am because I got Jaron Boots Ennis out there, and people want me and Jaron Boots Ennis to fight." Give me what are your thoughts on that and what's going on?
Bud done, man. He said he done, and I respect his decision, and I want him to be done because he had nothing else to prove in the sport. But I love having him around the other fighters, to motivate them, so they trying to get to the pinnacle of the sport where he got to. So that's just one of the reasons why it came out, man. Not to get ready for no.
If this blockbuster matchup is ever going to happen, Ennis may need to change his approach outside the ring. Offering Crawford huge money or another chance at adding to his legacy may not be enough if Bud truly feels he has nothing left to prove. some commentators believe Boots may need to become more vocal, move away from his quiet and respectful image, and create enough tension to make Crawford reconsider retirement. In other words, if you want to bring a retired lion back into the fight game, you may have to give him a reason to roar again.
The media plays a big role because I know both fighters are tired of hearing about each other. Like you can see it on their face when the question gets asked, especially since Terence is retired.
Yeah.
And Terence is like he's standing on his square with retirement. Yeah. And I'm saying this conversation, and I wasn't initially going to actually touch on this topic, but I see a lot of guys that I'm cool with echo this sentiment. They say, yeah, man, all Bud got to do, all Boots got to do is say this about Crawford and say that about Crawford, and he'll come out of retirement, he'll fight him. Trust me. All he got to do is do this. He's retired.
Yeah.
If Boots has to talk about his mom, talk about this, talk about that, then he really don't want to fight him.
Yeah.
So if he doesn't want to fight him, he doesn't want to fight him. You either want to fight or you don't.
Right.
People got to stop pushing this narrative that Boots needs to somehow talk greasy to Bud to get him to want to fight.
Right.
He's retired. Let him be retired.
I think Bud battles with the fact he knows that's a great fight, but he trying to stand on his decision making as far as being retired. I think he knows that's a great fight. It's a big fight. But at the same time, I promised my kids, I promised whoever, I was done. So I don't know, bro. I don't know. I hope we get something. If not that, I hope we get something.
Crawford has even added fuel to the speculation by challenging Boots to be more aggressive in his approach. If Ennis really wants this career-defining matchup, Crawford has suggested that he needs to make his intentions clear and show that he genuinely wants the fight. Then there's the complicated issue of weight. Crawford is focused on moving toward the higher divisions, making a return to 154 pounds a difficult possibility.
I already told him what to do, and it still ain't happened. Y'all still ain't paying attention to that. If you want to get Crawford out of retirement, then say what he said. Tell him, I'll knock Crawford ass out. Tell his old ass to come back. He better stick to commentating. This is what you gotta talk. This is real shit. The only way you're gonna get, now I'm being literal, the only way you're gonna get Crawford to come back, and I hope he not get upset at me about this, but he said this on his own, so I'm just kind of amplifying what he said. If somebody, whoever they is that needs to say it, says, I will beat Crawford ass, I will knock him out, he better stick to doing the commentating and join whatever retirement, because he ain't got nothing coming with me. That's why he ran out of retirement. I'll beat his ass. I'm way better than him. I do everything better than Crawford. I'm smarter than Crawford. Because he said all this stuff too. Somebody else was playing this clip and he was saying all this stuff. I do everything he do, but I do it better. So now he put all these things in the right type of way. And then we might have something then. I don't know.
While fans wait to see whether Crawford makes a move, another dangerous option is already being discussed. If negotiations completely fall apart, many believe Boots Ennis should consider an immediate fight with Virgil Ortiz Jr. This would be far more than a simple backup plan. Ortiz brings serious power and pressure, and some analysts, including Lonnie B., believe he could derail the Ennis hype before Boots gets his shot at Crawford.
Bud, we want to see that.
But I feel like, Boots, a whole motion is built off of Terence Crawford. He should thank me, to be honest. Because if there was no Terence Crawford at this pinnacle, who would they be talking about? Who would they be comparing him with? I remember when he was a couple of fights in and people were saying, hey man, it's this little kid. When he was an amateur, in the Olympic trials, They was like, man, this dude fight like you, bud. This dude fight like you. When he was pro, this dude remind me of you, bud. So I just feel like, I'm gonna let him have his era and wish him the best.
But how somebody like y'all don't even get cool, like a bench lip, he looking like a little you, and you like, oh.
I feel like he's a hater.
Okay,
if I'm gonna be a 1,000%.
It's the Real Report Show. It's all good. That's what we do.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Yes.
I think he's a hater. You know, like a lot of people say, "Oh man, Bud always hating." Like, what I had to hate on him for?
Right.
You know, I didn't support him in the Olympic trials. I didn't been in the locker room at his fights, you know, supporting him. So why would I need to hate on him?
Got you.
You know, like I said, I want to see him win. I want to see him go far as he can. But I think people do the same thing with Boots as they did with Spence.
Right.
You know, and it's our people, it's the urban community that does it. Oh, Boots this, Boots knock you out, Boots.
Boots is really good.
Yeah.
But Virgil Ortiz is really good.
They're both elite, yeah, I think. I mean, maybe they haven't had the decorated accomplishments, but they're both elite.
I'm going to tell you like this. Virgil Ortiz, what I like about him, he knows how to get the job done, and he does it in a professional way. He's a seasoned professional. Hands up good, come forward, put shots together, hard to hit. He looked like he ain't much going on, but you got to know boxing and understand how good he is. And all that stuff, Boots beat all that playing, he ain't gonna have to. If he do any of that, I think he loses. I think he clearly loses.
So he's got to tighten up.
He got to tighten up some of his defense, put his combinations together like he do, hands up, and take this extremely serious because Virgil Ortiz is not somebody you play with. He's for real, and he put shots together. He know how to step it up, and he know how to win a round. He know how to win a round without even doing much. We're just cutting the ring off and looking dominant, just cutting you down and looking down, looking like, a fighter that catches your eye, like, he's for
the
real.
boss.
He
That's ring generalship. It's not always on the back foot. It's
I didn't think he would do what he did to
Lubin. That ring generalship was on point.
Oh my God, the way, and he cut him down quick too. Wow. And moving and listen and listen and when he was moving, he hit him in the stomach, and look how when he hit him in the stomach, how he cut him down immediately. Like he cut him down immediately.
Ortiz brings a disciplined high guard and relentless pressure that could challenge Boots' speed and movement. If Ennis truly wants to prove he belongs among boxing's elite, a showdown with Ortiz would be a serious test and a dangerous fight to overlook.
Pushing for the fight. You know, every time they ask me, I give them the green light. You know, it's only been one-sided green lights coming from out over here. The reason that the fight hasn't happened is simply because they haven't taken the fight.
You know, Eddie Hearn said this week that the deal that was agreed to prior to Boots' most recent fight is now no longer the deal that's in play. Effectively, Virgil, what he's saying is that there need to be concessions on your side. Are there concessions that you would be willing to make to get this deal done?
I mean, I want the fight to happen. You know, that's kind of more of a manager question. You know what I mean? They just ask me if I want to fight. I say, yeah. They work out the numbers. But, you know, I'm in the ring in the gym, in the ring too, obviously. That's my job.
What did you think of Boots' win over Xander Zayas?
He took him out of there like he was supposed to. Yeah.
You're smiling. Come on, I know you got something else in there that you kind of want to get out.
I do. I definitely do. But I mean, I got him.
The welterweight division is at an exciting crossroads, with young explosive talent on one side and proven experience on the other. Now everyone is waiting to see what happens next. Will Boots Ennis take down a legend and officially announce the arrival of a new era? Or will Terence Crawford return one more time and remind everyone why his ring IQ is so dangerous? That contrast between potential and proven greatness is where careers are made. So who would you rather see Boots fight? Virgil Ortiz Jr. or Terence Crawford? Let us know who you think wins. If you enjoyed the video, hit like, subscribe, turn on notifications, and share your thoughts in the comments. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.